and welcome to another Simply Diagnostics video. How are we today? Another bright and sunny day here in Cheshire. Well, it's not really. It's t-shirt weather, but it's black as a bag and it's going to absolutely pour down. I've got a right little treat for you today. So, as you can guess, looking at me background, we're actually sat in a 1964 MGBGT. This was actually made before I was born. How cool is that? And the customer complaint is when the fan's running, it's got a Kenlow modification to it. Lumination ignition system modified. And the customer complaint is when he turns the vehicle off, once the fan's kicked in, the engine keeps on running for a little bit. So let's have a look. Let's start it up. The little beauty it is. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, old school. Bonus points if you know what that button does. I'll give you a tip, it's not for the forward facing missiles either. Hey Luke, hey Sandy, how are you? So, yeah, let's show you. Hey Mamadou. Yeah, look at this. And it's got two of these things, I don't know what they are. You see it's got the lumination ignition adaptation there. Distributor. Hey Andy. So it's running now. If we turn it off, that's key off. It stops immediately. But when the fan's running, it doesn't. Morning, Kev. What was that? I missed that. Howdy performance specialist in London. Bit of a rarity for you. So I've got another one to look at as well. I've got another one. Morning, Stephen. Yeah, so what I've done, I've just took the Veris out, and what I'm looking at, morning Ian, wet and windy, yeah, it's gonna, yeah, I think we're gonna get wet today. Yeah, you're right, well, you might be right, Sandy. So what we've done, I'll just let the fan kick in and show you. Hey Lawson. Can you all hear me okay over the engine noise? Right, okay, I'll carry on then. Right, so what we've done, we've got the Veriscope set up, just nice and quick and dirty on this. We've got channel A, start the scope running. Channel A is the yellow channel, and that's going to the ignition coil feed, terminal 15. Channel B is the green channel, and that's going off coil negative, showing us the firing of the coil. Channel C is the blue channel, and that's the actual trigger for the distributor that's that's replaced the point from the lumination box. And then channel D, the red channel, is the reference voltage for the pickup in the distributor. Okay, and that's what we've currently got set up. So we're looking to see if it's an input or an output that's the problem. We just want that fan to kick in. So there's the old Kenlow down there. See, it's been wired in nicely. Great little motor. We've had loads of fun on these in the day. And funnily enough, Pete that lives next door to me, he's come out over the fence. He's telling me he used to be a carburetor specialist for Irons and Deans in Northwich. Stromberg, SU, Weber, Delorto, 125. Good morning. Oh. Yeah, for anybody that's watching, carburetors, they're them two things there. This one's got two. Other cars only have one, other cars have more. So this is one carburettor for 2 cylinders. Morning, Andy. You can see we've got quite a nice pattern there. Yeah, it's got loads of character. Right, so there's my Kenlo kicked in. What we're going to do now, I'm going to turn the key off. The key was off, so it's about 2 seconds. We'll stop the scope, and this is where we see now whether it's an input or an output. So we'll zoom. Yeah, Pete next door, he was a specialist. So what we're going to do, we want to get this white line over to here, to the end, so where we turn the key off, and we'll zoom in. Right, we can see we turn the key off there. And it's not our inputs, it's not our outputs. Our battery voltage dropped off straight away. It stopped firing straight away, but it carried on running. So it's about 2 seconds, something like that. So let's just skip back a little bit. So that's where it actually finally stopped running. Let's see if we can see anything. Nothing at all changed. Everything came off right at the same time, didn't it? Okay, so let's try it again. Let's see if we can see anything again next time. Apparently the problem gets worse the warmer it gets. I've actually caught this doing it once. When the fan was running on high speed. So you look at my voltages now, you can see roughly we're running at about 6 volts, just over 6 volts on the red and the blue trace. What's happening is it's running on. The hotter it gets, it runs on when you take the key out. So there's the fan running again. Keys off. There we go. Stop the scope. Zoom out. What can we see? Is it an input or is it an output? Right, so according to that, the minute I turn the key off, what I need to do is get a reference for when I actually physically turn the key and see if there's a time delay between me turning the key off and the battery voltage actually disappearing. But what I actually caught once, hey up mate, what I actually caught once was I turned the key off here and the illumination actually carried on triggering the spark for about 3 or 4 times. But what I want to do now is I want to get another channel now onto the actual back of the ignition switch, and I want to see if there's a time delay between me turning the ignition switch off and this actually dropping here. So let me get set up for that test and I'll go back live again in a minute. Be right back.